morning, everybody. So, stayed in the Upper Laurel Fork last night. You can see this little footbridge. Rained very hard. Oops. But I got 12.7 in yesterday, and I was shooting for 13, but within the 0.3 of a mile, there was no other good campsite, so this one worked fine. This morning I have a choice, I think, between it's like 11 or 12 where there's a gap, or it's like 17 or 18 miles, as I recall from looking at the map. So we'll see how it goes. I probably would be smart to jump off at the first gap and then maybe even slack pack tomorrow with the knee. I did a lot of stretching last night, particularly of the IT band. I noticed that IT band was super tight and painful. So I think I may help that by doing the stretches and really loosening that up. We'll see how it translates this morning into my actual, whether I have pain or not. But because that IT band was so painful and taut last night and this morning, I think that could be one of the primary sources of my pain, maybe even on both sides of my knee. When I get to boots up or boots off today, I believe they're an outfitter. They'll have socks, and I'll go with a new pair of socks. Those I still love the deck shells. It's not really a hit on them. I got them large, which is actually like 11 to 13 or something like that, and I did that because of the liners and because of the size of the shoes I was in, vice the size of my foot, which is a 9.5, or was. So I think that there's extra material there and it's getting bunched up. It's still going to be wet, obviously, but if it's a warmer wet, I don't mind my feet being wet. I only was using the deck shells because everything was freezing once it got wet. So anyway, that's the thinking. You know what the plan is for today, so let's get on with it. So you can see it's a sort of damp, cool morning. Put on my rain gear, trap a little heat, as well as to keep me and my pack dry as I sort of walk through the drops coming off of the trees. It's not actively raining right now. They say it may throughout the day, but this is good hiking weather right here, in all honesty. That cool, even dampness helps to manage the heat a little bit better. The trail seems very isolated here. The bougainvillea sort of creates that green tunnel, and the water courses you keep going over feel isolated and alone, and so it makes you have a sense that, unlike what we had yesterday morning, or really yesterday afternoon, by sort of going through the neighborhoods, yeah, this feels more isolated. I don't know that it actually is. Have to look in the map to see that, but it feels like it. And that's nice. This is one of those shots that the camera may not pick up the mountains behind the trees very well, but the temperature, the wind has increased and the temperature has plummeted. And I hope it isn't washing out my voice, but just over the last probably mile, the temperature has just dropped and the wind has increased significantly. I'm not sure if it's the front that they were predicting for later on this evening, where it's supposed to get sub-freezing, is coming in early, or if we're getting the wind off the surrounding mountains. That's sort of the reason I took the pictures there, so you could kind of see the elevation around me. But it feels like when I was hiking up to the Rhone with that wind coming across the ridgeline. So it's, whoo, I think I'm fighting a little bit of a cold today. I had a real bad sore throat yesterday. And today I just seem to be, my knee's actually feeling a lot better with the stretches, particularly for the IT band. So that's really good news. But I just seem to be dragging a little bit today. And I think I'm fighting maybe just a little bit of a cold. Gotten out of the wind for a minute. Ooh. Wow, I had said that temperature was dropping. It's really bitter cold. Feels like it's below freezing already. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's winds off of the higher elevations surrounding me that's pushing that through here, or whether the front's coming in. The skies, those clouds look like snow clouds. They really do. They are calling for snow tonight. Maybe the 4th of, I think it's the 4th of April everywhere else, but here it's the 4th of January apparently. But man, that temperature dropped. I mean, I was freezing. I don't have my puffy on. I just have my Wolex and a undershirt, and then, like I said, the poncho, mostly for heat. Well, I'm still making okay time. Like I said, I'm dragging a little bit today, but I'm still doing okay. I was at more than 8.5 miles in at 11. So I'll be coming up to 321 probably in the next several miles, the first gap, and then have to make a decision about whether I go from there and continue on to the second 321 in Hampton at the lake, or whether I find option B. We'll see what the weather continues to do. It may start snowing by then, I don't know. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? That's taking you back. Look at that with the old stone step. That's pretty neat. Wow. That's a formidable obstacle. Look at that rock face. It goes on forever. Okay, just past the sign for Pond Mountain. So that is what we are facing. And we will get it done today. Okay, I'm going down to the falls. I'll have to give you the name of the falls when I get there, but look at this. Ouch. This is a little confusing up at the top because this is actually the Appalachian Trail coming down to the falls. But there's indicators that show straight on was the Appalachian Trail also. But that's when the falls are flooded out. So this is the primary route. That, although it's not marked as a blue blaze, is in fact a blue blaze for when this is closed. There are the falls. We'll be able to see them closer as we get closer. But that was sort of a pretty view from there, so I thought I'd let you see it.